Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and I just got another box in the mail from LEGO. Inside of this box should be the January 2026 Ninjago sets, the Dragon Rayu Season 4 sets, and the 15th Anniversary Ninjago Legacy sets. This is going to be a very exciting wave. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's in store here. Some of these sets I know about already, I got to see them at Fan Media Days. And a couple of them there's a few leaked pictures of, so I've seen those, but of course I don't have the full idea of the sets from them. But there is still a few more that I haven't seen at all, so I'm very excited to get this open and see what's in store. I think you guys are seeing this on like December 2nd or December 3rd, but just for your reference, I'm filming this on November 24th, so this is my first time seeing these. I've not even seen the official pictures. So without further ado, let's open this up and see what's inside. I know there's quite a few sets. Some of them might be smaller, but I think the actual count is something like 10. So it's a pretty big wave, and that's not even counting the blacks from the shop, which I already opened and should have reviewed by now, I believe. I'm opening these things in a different order than you guys are seeing them. 2 boxes arrived today. I'm pretty sure the blacks from the shop is the other one, but I've not filmed that video yet, even though you guys have already seen it. Anyway, let's get this tape off, and let us see what is inside of this box. So I'm just going to pull them out one by one, and you'll get to see my first reaction to them, starting with this one right here. This is the Dragon of Life. Now, this is a set that I got to have a look at Fan Media Days with the designers. I should actually have an interview up about it, either after this video or shortly before, but yeah, stay tuned for that, or check it out on my channel, depending. But from initial impressions, I really love the colors on this dragon. The brown, tan, and green is a really interesting color combination. There's this cool new, like, transparent green leaf part, too. And the minifigure selection in the set is phenomenal. You have these new dragon forms for both Cole and Lloyd, then the regular suit for Zane this wave, a new suit for Aaron, which is really cool. He's back to using dark blue, which he's never really used on a suit, I guess, but he's had it as a part of his color scheme. It was all like his casual outfit. Sora still uses her like spectral suit. Then there's the new Loyalist Leader minifigure. And then 2 of the villains, the Earth Monster and the Acid Monster. And all of the like elemental monster villains this wave have very interesting designs. There's a look at the back of the box too. I'm pretty sure this is the biggest set of this wave, so very cool. But yeah, as I said, I've seen this one. I've gone in depth about it in other videos, and of course review coming soon. So let's move on to the next one. Next up, let's pull, I don't know, this out. Ooh, okay, this is one that I'm seeing for the first time. This is the Ninja Vehicle Treehouse battle. Interesting. So it comes with a tiny little treehouse build. I knew the name of this set, right? The name of this set was out here, and I was expecting the treehouse to be a bit more prominent in the build, I guess, and it looks quite small, but that doesn't mean it looks bad. I actually think it's a quite nice looking little build. And then we have a bike for Kai and a helicopter for Zane. Now, Zane is my favorite ninja, so I'm always very happy to get a new Zane vehicle. We have gotten Zane helicopters a few times before, but it has been a bit, so I'm not going to blame him too much for that. Very similar thing with a Kai bike. Like, we have had Kai bikes before. I can't think of the last one, though. So it's not new to Ninjago, but it's something we haven't seen in a little while. So I guess it's good to see that again. Really awesome to see Euphrasia, and it looks like she has a new minifigure too. She uses a slightly darker blue in her color scheme. That's awesome. But yeah, I don't know, I'll have to build this one up. From first impressions, it feels very safe to me. Like, it's not a bad set, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't really do anything too exceptional. It seems like it's a more expensive set targeting a younger demographic. But again, I could end up being very wrong about this. There's just nothing that wows me about it aside from that Euphrasia minifigure. It's just generally a solid, safe set. It's the kind of thing I expect from Ninjago. Let's see what else is in here. I'll grab this, which is, ooh, this is one of the gimmick sets. This is Lloyd versus Earth Monster Spinner, and oh wow, okay, they're sticking with the spinner style from last year. That's actually really cool to see, because I like that spinner style. I think that's one of the best gimmicks we've gotten in a very long time. And it had this room for like customization, but they didn't actually do too much with it. We only had 4 spinners, right? Or no, 5. 4 in the main wave, and then we got the Drix spinner in the Arc Dragon of Focus set. But that one I'm pretty sure was exactly the same as the Raw spinner. But no, this is at least 1 new spinner, and I think there's 1 or 2 more in here. And it's actually for the villains. This is for the Earth Monster. Instead of using like the transparent dragon piece, it looks to be a new part. I can't really make out what the shape is, but it's definitely very interesting. But yeah, this is awesome. Leads to more options for customization, and I love that we actually have villain gimmicks. When's the last time we had that? That's really cool. Also, great way to get Lloyd for cheap, great way to get an Earth Monster for cheap. I like this a lot as a gimmick. Next, I should take this paper out. Next, I'll grab, let's see, this. Oh, okay, this is Jay's transforming car. There you go, there's a look at that. It looks like the gimmick of it is it's able to flip upside down, sort of similar to the Tread Assault back in 2012. You know what? I'll be honest, I kind of like this one. I wasn't expecting very much. There was an image of this out there that I saw, and I was like, again, very safe set. Not bad per se, but we've had J cars before. But the image that came out, it was this side of it. Seeing this side, I actually like it a good bit more. It feels very fun, very dynamic, very unique. I like the dragon head at the front and the spinner crowns on the side. Minifigure selection, we got the dragon form Kai here. We got Nia and Jay in their normal suits. The Loyalist Leader is here in a cheaper set set, which is nice to get. I'm not sure what the cheapest set that they come in is going to be. Yeah, I'm not sure the price point on this one because, again, these sets have not been officially revealed for me when I'm filming this, but I'm sure you guys know what it is. But if this is like 40 and maybe even a little less, this seems pretty solid. I'm actually looking forward to building this one. I do not mind it at all. Next up, I will grab this set, and okay, this is Cole's Mission Mech, which is, ooh, that was scary for a second. This is Cole's Mission Mech, which is the first set of Cole's Golem form from the show. It is a little bit of a strange interpretation, because it is like redesigned to be a mech. It's not exactly his Golem form from the show, but it's very clear that's what it's like meant to be, right? Again, I saw this in person at Fan Media Days, and I was very excited to see that this is what was being made. I only got to have like 5 minutes with it, so it's hard to form an opinion. I really like that this is a set that we're getting. I think there was some odd choices made with like the way it was designed, but I'm definitely waiting to form a stronger opinion about it until I actually build it up, because I want some time to like play with it, pose it, see how it actually is. Absolutely love that they did this though. They made something from the show that I never expected to get. Also, it comes with Dragon Form Zane, which of course Zane is my favorite ninja, so it's good to have a cheaper way to get him. Also, the Acid Snake monsters in the set, which is a very cool figure. Alright, next up, we still got a couple more sets. I think 3 or 4 more. This one? Okay, this set. This is Ninja Dragon Rayu's Battle, and this I don't really like, I'll be honest. It's another one that I did see at Fan Media Days, and there are some really cool aspects to it. He's got like this blade on his tail that you can remove, and it's actually compatible with the Mission Mech, so you could give him a sword on his tail, and then the Mission Mech can take the blade instead. And I think the Ryu body generally looks pretty good. I mean, it's a larger version of Ryu. I think it's awesome that he's growing up as the show goes on. But my issue with it is the face. I think the face is really, really, really bad. I've been thinking about it a lot since I saw it at Fan Media Days, trying to look at it from different angles, being like, could this be better than I thought it was from initial impressions? And the answer is no, probably not. My issue with it is they use the current Ryu head, which is fine. That's been around for a while. It does have new printing, which is nice to see. But then they build an extra jaw underneath it, which I just don't get. Because one of my biggest issues with that existing Ryu headpiece is there was no bottom jaw, right? It was fully open from the bottom, and I thought that looked bad. But at the very least, that only looked bad when you were looking at it from underneath. However, it was very clear to me, at least, that this like original headpiece has a jaw molded into it. It's just not fully covered up at the bottom. But for some reason, they use that same headpiece, but then do a brick-built jaw underneath it, meaning the entire old headpiece is meant to just be the upper jaw, and then the brick-built jaw underneath is meant to be the bottom jaw. But there's still a very clear mold line in that older headpiece where the bottom jaw is supposed to be, so it makes Ryu look like he has 3 jaws, and I just don't think that looks very good at all. As with everything, I try to keep an open mind. Maybe I'll build this and I'll have a completely different opinion, but I don't think that's happening. I honestly think this build's going to look best if you just leave off that brick-built bottom jaw, because at the very least Ryu will look complete. He will still have the same head mold he's had for 2 years now, but he won't have this like weird extra jaw growth, right? So I don't know, I'll get into all that in my review. But yeah, from initial impressions, probably my least favorite set of this wave. I'm kind of preparing myself for disappointment with this one. Minifigures are good though, at least. You get Dragon Form Nia, you get the, what's this one called? The Mutation monster. You get a Loyalist, and you get the new Aaron in the cheap set, so minifigure selection is actually pretty good. And again, fixing the build might be as simple as removing that bottom jaw, but just like the way it's presented on the box, I don't know why they did what they did. And we have a couple sets left in here. 3 actually. There's a little one right here. This is, oh, this is cute. This is Kai's Dragon Mech Battle Pack. And this is a new $10 mech. This is the 3rd year in a row that they're doing these. We had Jay's, we had Zane's, and now we have this one. And I think they're all very cute. I like that they're continuing this. They're making them each a little bit different. Kai's here looks to be like dragon themed. He's got wings in the back, which is a really neat touch. It looks like you get Dragon Kai in this set, though without his wings. You get Sora in a cheap set, which is nice to see because this is the Dragon Hunter Sora who only came in Rontu and the Mech Jet. And you get the Earth Monster as well, which is really neat. Yeah, this might be the best $10 mech yet, at least in terms of build. Minifigures still probably goes to the J-Mech, like that's kind of unmatched in terms of minifigures. But this build's cute, it like fits with the rest, but does enough to make itself unique. It's impressive how different they can make it despite using so few parts. I'm looking forward to this one, it's cute. Alright, next up, I think we have the other gimmick set. Yes, so there's only 2 of these, and this one is Nia versus Mutation Monster Spinner. Interesting, so it uses Gunmetal Gray and Transparent Purple. So Gunmetal Gray is the base color for the spinner on both. It's a little disappointing because we already had that last year, but I really love getting alternate options for like the actual spinner parts. And just like I said with the other one, yeah, it is super cool to be getting villain spinners. 2 minifigures in a $10 set's great. And I love that there's compatibility with the previous year. Very much looking forward to building this one up. And then I save probably the most exciting set for last, because I haven't seen this yet, but I know what it's supposed to be, and if it's what I think it is, it's very exciting. This is the one legacy set in this box. This is the Ninja character display. Oh, wow, okay. This is the Ninja character display. So this is a little build of the Monastery Gates, and it comes with all 6 Ninja, plus Wu, plus the Master of Lightning as our anniversary figure. This is really, really cool to see. It's awesome to see what the Legacy Jay and Zane look like, because I didn't have a good look at them before. It's awesome that we're getting legacy versions of the ZX outfits. Jay, Cole, and Lloyd all use gold when they didn't originally. I'll admit I'm not the biggest fan of that. I would have preferred they stuck with the silver or gun look right for Lloyd. Jay especially looks a little bit weird with the gold, but I like that he still maintained his silver arm. I think if they turned that gold, that would have been extra weird. They come with golden weapons too. It looks like the side of the Quakes has been slightly redesigned. Not the biggest fan of that, but you can always like remake it into the old one. Nunchucks of Lightning use the new chain piece. And Nia's got a new Samurai X outfit here, which I was not expecting. I was fully expecting us to get just the same Nia that was in the blacksmith shop, but no, this is a new Samurai X, which that is so incredibly cool to see. And then yeah, we have another anniversary figure. Of course, the Master of Earth comes in the blacksmith shop, and the Master of Lightning, Jay's biological mother, is here in this set. 447 pieces. Again, I need to see the price on this, but you guys probably know it. But if this is like $40, that's a great deal, or even $45.50. 7 minifigures is just great, and it's a really cute display piece. And it looks like it actually connects to the anniversary minifigure displays too, so if you want to attach those to the sides of this, you can. I love that they use like the Marvel action pieces too, so the ninja can actually attach to the build as well. This is a very, very cool set. Probably going to be the first of any of these that I build. But yeah, that's it for this box. Again, go check out my blacksmith shop unboxing if you want to see that one as well. But now let me get all this together in my light box so you guys can see everything in one place. Alright, and here's a look at everything that was shipped to me all laid out together. Of course, as a reminder, this is not the entire wave. There is also the blacksmith shop, which I opened previously. But just from these sets, I will admit, this is probably the least excited I've been for a Ninjago wave in a while, at least when it comes to like the main Dragon's Rising wave. The positives I'll give it is I think the minifigures are really, really good this time around. I love the variants of the normal ninja suits plus the dragon forms. It's just a swapping of hood plus they get wings and stuff, but it's enough that I think it makes it interesting. And I think the new villains are super cool, some of the most unique designs we've had in Dragon's Rising. I love the Mutation monster, the Earth monster, the Acid monster especially. The Loyalists or whatever, they're fine, they look good, but the variety in villains is really great. But in terms of actual builds, I don't know, there's nothing this wave, at least so far, that really wows me. And that's not something I've said about the past few waves. I mean, I guess I gotta keep in mind the blacksmith shop is a part of this wave, and that set does wow me. I'm in love with that set. And those other waves that I'm talking about have not had, like, legacy to compete with, right? It's all been Dragon's Rising. Though there was Legends last summer, and I think there was good sets of both Legends and non-Legends. But yeah, for Dragon's Rising specifically, I don't know, there's good stuff this wave. But nothing too crazy, at least so far. Though again, that could very well change. I always try to keep an open mind. I could very well build one of these up and be like, wow, this set's amazing, I was totally wrong. And if that's the case, you will see it in my review. Generally, though, I like the Dragon of Life. I don't think it's the best Ninjago dragon we've ever gotten, but the colors are really unique. I love the whole, like, leafy aesthetic it has going on. I think it's pretty solid. Jay's transforming car I like surprisingly more than I thought. Cole's mission mech I do like, I just want to play with it a little bit more to form a stronger opinion. The Treehouse battle, though, I don't have a ton of opinions on. It just feels very safe. And then, yeah, the Rayu battle, I'm just so disappointed by the way that face was done. Little set's good though. Gimmicks are great, however, I love that it's continuing last year's stuff. And of course, the one legacy set, if we're actually going to talk about the legacy set, is phenomenal. That set is pretty much perfect, aside from like changing the colors on Cole and Jay. There's really not anything I'd change about that at all. But yeah, of course, I will be doing full reviews of all of these sets very soon. So let me know in the comments, which of these sets do you want to see an early review of first? At least me personally, I'm most interested in the ninja character display, and then probably the Dragon of Life. But whatever set's the most popular in the comments is the one I'll do first. And of course, I'll get to the rest shortly after. If you missed it, I should have a full review of the blacksmith shop up already on the channel. Oh, and you can stay tuned for early reviews starting December 4th. It's a lot earlier than it typically is this year, which is very cool. So yeah, very, very soon. A couple things I want to point out before I end it off. If you look at Zane here, he actually has a new yellow face print. At least I think it's new. I guess there's a chance it's like reused from LEGO City or something, but that is not like the movie Zane face. That is a new yellow face for Zane, so I'm very curious as to what that's going to be. And then here's an interesting sticker inside the build. I can't really tell what it is from here. It's probably going to be clearer when I open it up, but yeah, if anybody knows, feel free to point it out in the comments. But as for right now, I think I'm going to get to building, so I'm going to wrap things up here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!